I'll give everybody a little bit to get in here. It takes a minute to get this thing rolling, and while we're waiting, I'll make a post that with the link. Go to live chat. My internet's been acting up too. I hope it doesn't affect the live stream tonight. Won't you quit? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'll put you up here. Come here. Come here, Goose. There you go. Here, back up. Right here. So people can see you. There you go. Lucy. You happy? Yeah? Well, I don't know what you want. Did you burn your... You burnt your eyelash on a candle or something. Alright. Oh, need a picture real quick. Yep. Take one with the cat's butt in it. Yeah, why don't you over here for just a second. Stay right there. Right there. Alright, that was good enough. Here, go play. Do something else. What's up, Jesse? Curious Pete. Spicy Tuna, what's up? Hello, Miss Marilyn. Angry Blacksmith, how's it going? I got 3 packages here on the table tonight. You can't see them because, well, you can tell this box is 16 by 12 by 12, and how close my camera sets to my table, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get this captured. I've got my tripod stood up about as high as I really can without it being a tip over scenario. So let me grab a link to this really quick and make a post. Post. Okay. And need to reposition. There we go. All right. Anyway, it's Super Chat already. I missed it. Looking down, and it's from History Savior. Can't stay. Filming tonight in Orlando. Oh, cool. On a small break, but have to get back on the set. Much love and hope all is well. Hopefully I can make it up next week. Well, you're doing cool stuff, man. So, don't worry about being on here. And thank you for that Super Chat, History Savior. If you guys haven't checked out History Savior's channel yet, you really should. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. That way we can get him up to 1,000 subscribers. Because he's got this big old giveaway that he's been amassing. And it's been a while since he started doing that, so I'm going to bet that it's probably larger now than it was when he first started. Y'all really should go over there and get him up to that 1,000 subscribers. Anybody who watches this today, there will be, I don't know, anywhere in between 1,000 and 2,000 people, I would say, just tonight that come through and at least click on this and are here for a few minutes, at least the first 5 minutes usually. And that means you'll catch that little announcement that I made, and let's get him up to that 1,000 mark, and let's see what happens with that giveaway that he's got going on over there. All right, let me put this phone down. I got the post made, and we're good. So, before I dig in, I'm going to give it a little bit more time for folks to show up, and I want to see LC in the chat before I open up her box. And hopefully the kids are still up. I know one went to sleep last week or week before. Yeah, so I've got a box here from Mr. Delicious as well, over in Poland, and I hope that things that are getting crazy over there aren't getting too close to him, because I know it could. I know it possibly could, I guess. Oh, man. Never mind. I'll be right back. So, talking about Delicious brings up a point that I usually I wouldn't even get near or talk about on this channel, which is current events. And I'm sure most of, if not all of you, are aware of what's going on over there. And it kind of got me thinking about the ration aspect of the whole ordeal. Of course, this is a negative situation for everyone involved. I don't see any good coming from it, not for Russia or, vice versa for the Ukraine. And I've heard mentions of Polish um, borders and stuff like that. It's getting crazy. So, but it did get me thinking about the rations, and I know that they're set up in extremely cold environments over there. I saw huge amounts of snow. So I'll just makes me wonder what kind of rations they're going to be using, because they're definitely going to be using rations. There's no way they're going to have field kitchens set up everywhere. They're going to have ration supplies going in there, and we'll probably end up seeing those hit the market within the next year or two. And also, the other current event, I guess the big one, is the trucker thing up there, and it was yesterday, I believe. I was watching a video where I saw that there were deliveries of rations being made up there as well. So I don't know who was actually getting them, because the person that was filming at that point didn't know where they were going, whether they were going to civilians, doubtful, or whether they were going to police, or whether they were going to the military. So maybe 2 out of 3 of those might be right. Maybe 3 out of 3. Maybe everybody got a meal. I doubt it. But hey, CT, what's up, dude? Thanks for that super chat. And right there, speak of the devil, Canadian trucker, right there. I'm talking about. Uh, it's not funny, but every time I think about CT, and every time that his name's being used a lot, and he's the original Canadian trucker in my mind. So every time you hear it on the news or whatever, I just keep thinking, yeah, CT's the original Canadian trucker. Um, Curious Pete says maybe that's why the HDRs came back. Well, I mean, they've been back since 18, I guess. Trucker, actually, CT, Canadian Trucker, sent me a link probably a couple weeks ago of someone who had 2018 HDRs, which I didn't think even existed. And then you have these 2019, no, 2020 and 2021s. I haven't seen any 2019s yet. So you got 18, 20, and 21 that's verifiable, that I know that are out there. So they brought back production maybe in 18, and they've been producing HDRs since 2018. So if they've been doing it well, I haven't seen 22s either. But there is 3 years of current HDRs on, I guess, on the market, you could say. And it makes me wonder, like, what is the deal? What is the deal with the HDRs? I really do want to find out. Bourbon Street Joe says, stop stalking me, CT. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. And thank you for that super chat, Joe. Bourbon Street Joe Nola, which is also up in Canada. I've amassed quite a few Canadian friends over the years, and Joe's one of the newer of the bunch. So again, thanks for that super chat. I appreciate that. And CT says he's in Vancouver right now. I don't know Where is the place that they've been up there? I haven't paid that much attention to it. I've tried not to on purpose. Oh, it's Ottawa. That's what it was. That's where they were at. I couldn't remember where that was at. It just hit me though. I'll bet it's cold up there. CT, how cold is it where you're at right now? You said you're in Vancouver, and Bourbon Street Joe says he's from Winnipeg. He's 3 Providences over. Yeah, that's probably a lot. I think the Providences up there are huge, are they not? 43? Really? Wow. That's a lot warmer than I had expected. It's actually been pretty chilly here the past couple of days. Yesterday it was colder. It was freezing yesterday, I believe. I think I had to deal with frozen water yesterday. Hey, Tracy Phillips, what's up, man? I still haven't seen LC in the chat. Has anybody else seen LC in the chat? I hate for LC not to be here because I don't have a backup plan. This is what I had planned to do tonight, and I don't know. Also, Mike, if you are in the chat, your box is sitting here as well, which I could open it up first, or I can go with Delicious. His package went priority too, huh? Let's see when he shipped this thing out. Typically, it takes forever for a package to get here. 1/18/22, and I got this thing probably about a week ago. So, not bad actually. That's only like a 3-week travel time, which I think he paid up on shipping on this. I think he spent $18 on shipping on this, which is a lot, because I know for a fact that he can send a package this size from Poland for about $5. But it'll take you 3 months or longer to get it, which is fine. Hey, there's LC. I sent you my favorite morning ritual. I sent you. Oh, okay. I believe it's in the accessory pack, and its color is green. Well, we're going to find out here real soon. And have I seen Mike in here? Thank you for that super chat, by the way, LC. I'm glad you are here. Hope the kids are up and watching. And we'll open your package last and just go right into it from there. I'm going to go ahead and open Delicious's package because I doubt he's going to make it because of the time difference being over there in Poland. Raise the camera up here. And every package I've gotten probably 10 to 15 packages from Delicious over the years. It's a lot of stuff I bought off of him, but he's also sent me some small packages like this over the years, like the one with the vegetarian single meal that I have right here, which I watched him do a review of one of those over on his channel. Go check that out. But that vegetarian ration actually looked really awesome. It had a weird vegetable spread in it, though, which I'm not sure if I'd like. But, all right. He always packages them with this black wrap on it. It looks like a trash bag, but this deters customs from wanting to get into it, because once you cut this off, there's no putting it back to what it was, really. So they typically don't fool with it. Knock on wood somewhere. I've had pretty good luck when it comes to things coming from Poland. I dealt with some guys over in, where were they? I can't remember where they're from now. The Cronbat Ration guys, but I had some issues with them. More issues with them, I guess, them personally, and also had issues with their shipping methods, where they got confiscated. Which, I mean, I knew that was a possibility, but they also did things that were like huge red flags that made it stand out to the customs agents. Okay, let me catch back up with chat. I did go to live chat, right? Okay, good, awesome. I am actually in live chat tonight. Usually that's not the case. What's up, Daniel? Forget about it. Oh, Fernbark's here. Cool, cool, cool. Tracy Phillips, what's up? Hope the grandkids are doing good, which I know they are. He texted me there recently. All right. This is from Delicious again. Oh. Okay. He made a nice little post or paper here that said that these are not suitable for smoking. And he's also sent me another list. Since there's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to buy here some rare vintage cigarettes from all over the world, I decided to choose something for you. They are really rare, so I hope that these will be new to your collection. I'm sure they will be. Most everything I have, well, other than, I don't know, I guess I have probably 15 to 20 vintage international packs from World War II Germany, because of History Savior sent me a pack, all the way up to the ones that Delicious sent last time. So I've actually enjoyed quite a few of those. And here's another pack that he sent before that are in a nice little baggie. These probably have a bug hole in them somewhere, judging by the way that tobacco looks. Okay. So here's the stuff he says. I think we should probably pull them out, maybe? Oh, and this is another thing that Delicious does, and he does this on purpose. So this isn't so much as it is for me as it is for the possible custom agent that may have opened this up. Had a custom agent open this up and seen these, he might have decided to just eat a chocolate bar and leave everything else be. So that's why Delicious does this, and I think it's a great idea, and it probably works. So this is a milk chocolate with peanuts. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Which, I mean, I think that's just chocolate in, I guess that would be Polish? Not really sure. Not familiar. But that says Alpanella fine chocolate. It's got a reindeer. Rudolph on it, actually. Red nose. And then we got this Ergo Technology and Services. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. What? What? Ergo Technology and Services. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm confused about this. This looks to be a chocolate bar. So, you know, but Technologies and Services is kind of throwing me off on that. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. Look at that. Interesting. That looks like a bunch of fruit. Wow. What a very... That's just a very aesthetically pleasing chocolate bar. Oh, it's one of those, too, where you can take out a chunk and then put it back together somehow. Maybe that's got something to do with the Technologies and Services. I do not know. That's an interesting title to have on a chocolate bar. Cool. Oh, here's another food item as well. He said he threw in some blue chocolate is a Christmas present, all from my company. Very milky with dried cranberries and prunes. And the last snack could be part of a ration. You don't have to store them in the fridge, but they will last 3 years. Which is this, I do believe. Oh. What in the world? It looks like dog treats. It looks like it looks like something I give to the dog, but it's some sort of preserved meat stick. Interesting. Or processed meat stick. Has it got English on it? Probably not. Yeah, it does. Product, finely minced, smoked, steamed, dried. 100 grams of the product was prepared from 185 grams of pork meat. Ingredients are pork meat, starch, pork fat, salt, spices, spice extracts, flavoring, pork protein, salt, antioxidants, sodium sorbate, preservatives are sodium nitrate, edible casing, gelling agent, sodium alginate, and, you know, all those chemical whatnots. Pause that if you really are interested in reading up on that. These are gluten-free, it says. So there's a plus. And that must be, I'll bet you that's, no, that wouldn't be the production date. That must be the Best Buy date. I don't know. But like he said, these will hold up for 3 years. Probably in an unopened package, out of the sun as well. All right, let's dig into this other little package of vintage goodness that that Delicious sent along here. Excuse me. I don't. I think a lot of you guys made it to Delicious's live stream last week, which was awesome. I'm glad he got the live stream because I wasn't able to, so it worked out really good, and I really enjoyed hanging out over there on his live stream. All right. Well, he did a really good job at packaging these, and these are really light. These are, let's read here. This means arrow. I don't know how to pronounce that. Strirella? Strirella is what he has here in parentheses. Right here. He says it means arrow. These are USSR from the 80s. Cigarettes from a world that doesn't exist anymore. Interesting fact, they are not round, but oval. Class third. These are third class. They're not first class. They're probably better than the, oh, really? Than the Prima that I've tried, made in a city that doesn't exist anymore. Leningrad. It's now called St. Petersburg. Very, very cool. He just made me really want to try these. So they're oval as well. They're not going to be round, and I guess instead of being a first class or class A, like here would be the best, I guess as the number goes up, it gets better over there. So class 3 would be better than class 1. So, very cool. Kind of relevant to current events, how things are going right now, actually, as well. Oh, these are freaking cool, too. Look at this. These are the Roosters. Just Rooster Cigarettes. What's he say here? Okay. These are also from the 80s. Just set them right there. The smallest cigarette box he's ever seen. But, you still buy 20 cigarettes. Maybe the size is because the government is taking care of the citizens, so they smoke less. Huh. Yeah, well, I guess it was a different time back then. Made by Batkenya Limited. PO box and everything. Some sort of Ministry of Health warning. Cigarette smoking is harmful to your health. It's cool that it's got English on there. Plain 20 cigarettes. Very cool. Looks like it's missing the cellophane, which is not a big deal at all. It may have never had one, which is very possible. But it's in pristine condition. These are in really good shape. Wow. This is so crazy. Never dreamed of having my hands on vintage USSR smokes like this. Oh, wow. They get even more interesting here. So, I would call these Irie, or how would you pronounce that? IRIE. And these are India. He says probably from the 90s, and he guesses that they are no filter. Copyright on their little lion there, which looks rather familiar to some things in the U.S. here on smokes. The way that cellophane attached to that. Very interesting way that they packaged these. Just very different back then. But you can tell that they were still kind of primitive. I don't know that they've came very far since then. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Made of pure natural Indian tobacco. Wow. I bet you these are in really good shape too. Let me smell this whole package here. I can barely smell anything. Yeah, I can't smell anything at all. Those are super cool. Next is, I think these are the Reddings from Finland. And he guesses these could be from the 70s. Made for export to the U.S. Really interesting packaged. Half labeled. Oh, look at that. This is a box. See? This is meant to flip up. Cut it around here. Or take your finger and cut through the tax stamp right there. Made for export, like you said. Stringberg? Strindberg. AB. Redding. I can't tell exactly what that says. Huh. I'm going to have to do some research on these. 25 Class A cigarettes. Sold USA importers. Yep. New York. Wow. And these were back over in Poland, too. Warning, cigarette smoke contains carbon monoxide. Yes, it does. I just talked about that last time we were live. How that's been a topic that's been on my mind. So, delicious, dude. Wow. Thanks for all this awesome stuff, man. And we're going to have to try these out, I think. Can we try these out tonight? I'm going to leave this stuff out because it is food. And then I'm going to place these very carefully back into the box that he sent. Look at those. Super cool. I like the roosters. I really do. And I've got these little display things that I picked up, and we will, I'll check those out with you guys here in a minute. And we might put a pack of these smokes in there. Probably the roosters. And I think they'll fit really well. Alright. And I'll be able to put them on display, and they won't get any more air, oxygen damage. Hopefully much. I mean, it's not hermetically sealed, but it's pretty good. And obviously put that in there for customs. I don't think he would tell me not to indulge in them if I wanted to go that route. All right. Again, huge thanks to Delicious, man. That's really, really awesome. Miss Marilyn said there was a super chat that I missed. Let me go back up here. Hopefully I can go back up far enough because I wasn't paying attention. LC says the green one was my last one. I wanted to share it. Uh-oh. All right, now that puts some pressure on it. Thank you for that super chat, LC. I will treat it as your last one. I know how that goes. I'm the type to save stuff like that as well. All right. I haven't seen if Mike was in the chat or not. If he's not, I can hold on to his box till next week. We're already 28 minutes in, and I haven't seen him speak up in the chat just yet. So, we're going to go ahead and open the box from LC and get into the food for the night. It's green and in the accessory packet, you said, so I'm going to be looking for that pretty much right off the bat. That cardboard looks delicious. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, it's good to see you, Gabe. All right. Well, nope, not quite. Yeah, this is what I'm eating tonight. This big old cardboard 16 by 12 by 12 box. No, not really. Albuquerque. What movie was that? I think it's that Jeremy Renner guy. They did something in Albuquerque. They never spoke of what it was. It's just they referred to it as the Kirk or Albuquerque or something like that. That is a lot more food than I had anticipated on seeing when I opened this box. Holy crap. Okay. Well, how am I going to do this? I think I'm going to set the box behind me and go bag by bag. Looks like I opened it upside down. That wasn't on purpose. I just went by the way the box was, and which I cut the label off of it a couple weeks ago at least. So I'm going to set the box off. Oh! That probably weighs, I don't know, 9 pounds, 8, 9 pounds. Maybe. I'm not real sure. We can do a little bit of correcting with the camera here. Alright. Great big box here. This is lunch. This is a 24-hour ration. Oh, so we're going to have one meal. All right, I'm just going to take stuff out and set it up here, then we'll go through it. So there's lunch. That'll be in the middle. Look for breakfast next. Brownie, get down. Get down, Brownie. Go on. Ah, this is breakfast. Set that right there. And this is probably lunch. Nope. Set it back there. This is going to be dinner right here. Yes. This is dinner. And this is weird pastas. See, I've picked up one of these. I have not picked up any of the other ones, though. The, I guess that's the regular, what you consider to be regular. So they didn't really, they just ended up splitting the bag open, where they were so full. Yep. Here. Ugh. We can go ahead. Yeah, the mac and cheese, macaroni. Oh, yeah. So very Canadian though. What does it say? It's going to be different than the American. I have watched videos of people comparing directly the macaroni and cheese made in Canada versus the macaroni and cheese made in America, and there's a substantial difference between the two. So, being that these are probably made in Canada, let's find out real quick. Yep. Boom. Ontario. Cambridge, Ontario. Very cool. Oh, I missed the super chat again. Dang it. Go back up here. Wow, did I miss it that long ago? Oh, yeah, I think I might have got this. Maybe not. Huh. Okay, so I'm looking for the green one in the breakfast. Oh, there it is. Don't forget the email I sent you. Oh, wait. I looked for a recent email before going live tonight. Let me go back in and check. Let's see here. Oops. Just 1 second. Oh, there's Mark in the chat. Let me see if I can search for it. Nope. Do you know what date you sent that email by any chance, LC? And thanks for that super chat again, by the way. You didn't have to do that. I'm sure folks would alert me to that. Let's see here. Oh, there's Mark. What's up, dude? I just skipped that on your box because I wasn't sure you was here or not. Wait, is this it? That's not what I wanted to do. I don't think this is it. I mean, it's an email from you, but hang on. Maybe this is it. Nope. I don't know. You might just have to tell me because I'm not finding anything. I've got the tracking here, and let's see. The other one is. Oh wait, this might be it. Oh yep, this might be is. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Sorry guys, I don't know how I missed this, but I missed this email a while back. Um, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to start off after she says her name, and it says she had some great ideas, and her children decided that they wanted to be part of creating a custom MRE. A little about. Wait, should I do this? I don't think you want me to do this. Surely, maybe you do. Is this the email? I don't think it is. Um, Discovered MREs back during Canada's lockdown in 2020. It gave my kids and I something interesting to learn about while being shut inside. Youngest had several health issues. Probably shouldn't read that. What am I? Hang on. I'm looking for LC if this is what she wanted me to share or not. Anyway, is this it then? Because this does, now that I'm getting down into it, it's starting to describe things that are in the box. Okay, here. I think this is what you wanted me to read. Okay. Okay, so LC says that she created this with her two kids. We have created this custom MRE. In the box, you will find a custom accessory pack, a breakfast pack, a lunch pack, and a dinner pack. You also find some weird Canadian stuff that I honestly expect to find. Wait. Stuff that I honestly expected to find in the States instead of Canada. And my oldest child decided you needed to try. So I'm going to guess that's some of that back there, but we'll get to that later. Since I am a Dutch person, born in the Netherlands and raised in Canada, I wanted to send you some of the Dutch delicacies. I left out the black licorice simply because the store near me that sells it only had it available in big bulk bags. That's understandable. And that they put in little baggies with zip ties. That's cool. I did not think that this was the best way to send it, so I left it out. However, you will find a few things that remind me of my childhood. One of these items is being a Stroopwafels. Very cool. Those have become popular here in the States in the past 4 years, 3, 4 years or so. They were soft when I picked them up. However, if they have gotten a little hard since, a few seconds in the microwave should soften them up enough. I wanted you to know that my youngest child sent along their recommendations for breakfast. In the breakfast bag, you will find a meal mostly designed by a 7-year-old. That's awesome. I think that's great. Lunch was designed by me, but with help from my 11-year-old. And dinner was mostly designed by my 11-year-old. Okay, so I got you. We'll go through that here in just a second. In the accessory packet, you're going to find a very useful 5-in-1 tool. After purchasing that one, I discovered a 9-in-1 tool. Anyway, hope you enjoy, and I thank you for taking the time to review this 24-hour MRE. My oldest wanted to design some paper bags, but none of the stores that carried them had any that were plain. I also wanted to design a menu with everything on it, like written on it. However, I didn't have a printer, and the office I work at was closed the week, so due to water pipe issues. Anyway, enjoy the food, and thanks again for making our dream to send a YouTuber some practical, wait. Thanks again for making our dream of sending a YouTuber some practical, some practical? I think that might be, I thought I might be reading that wrong. A reality. Sincere, Liz and kids. So hopefully I didn't jumble that up. I probably did jumble that up too much for you guys. I apologize. And I need to read the rest of that later. So real quick, breakfast is from the 7-year-old. Right? Let me go through this real quick. She said, Lunch is by her and the 11-year-old, and dinner will be by the 11-year-old. So, I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. All right. Let me finish digging out the rest of the stuff here, and then we'll start going through individual bags. Looks like we have, this is the Dutch items. That reminded her of her childhood. And this will be the accessory packet. There is the green, I'm going to assume that's the green thing that she's talking about. Alright, so one meal at a time, I guess, is how I'm going to have to do this, because these are very substantial meals, it looks like. But we will quickly go through each bag real quick. And then we will also have, maybe we'll be able to knock 2 out in 1 week next week. Alright, we're going to do breakfast. Check out what a 7-year-old thinks is a good shelf-stable breakfast. So Earth's Own, this is oat and gluten-free, voted best tasting oat. So it's like an oat milk, I'm going to assume. It's official. That's what I think that is an oat milk. Avon, wait. I guess that's the French side. And this is the English side. Unsweetened original. I'd much rather have the unsweetened, so that's a good choice there from the 7-year-old. We have some high protein hot rod Schneiders. What is this? I have no clue what this is. Oh, these are sausage snacks. Hot rod by Schneiders. Original sausage snacks since 1969. That is an interesting package. I've never seen or heard of this before. That's really cool, actually. What else do we have here? Oh, is that freeze-dried bananas and freeze-dried apples? Those are definitely, yep, freeze-dried. Sliced bananas and strawberries. Oh, these are bananas and strawberries with Goofy on them. That's so cool. Brothers All Natural. And these are just freeze-dried Fuji apples. Very specific. Cool. What else do we have here? What's this? These look like biscuits filled with currants. Wow. I just got something similar to this the other day with strawberries in it. First time I'd ever picked up anything like that. But who was it that sent me the crackers with the chocolate and the other stuff in them? I can't remember. I opened it up the same time I opened Dan's. These are made by Crawford. That's an awesome breakfast item right there. I dig that. See, currants are not really, they're not popular or available in America. Although, I was in a store the other day, and I actually did see, it's like 2 days ago, I saw something that was blackcurrant flavored, which kind of blew my mind. Because I think that's the first time I ever seen something like that in the store. Here we have an RX bar, 12 grams of protein. This has 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS, coconut chocolate flavored. I've saw these before and wondered how this could be good. So this is a great opportunity to get to try something like that out. And we also have crispy light granola. And this is Cocoa Crunch, so it's chocolate flavored. On a really nice gusseted bag. Granola goodness. Cereal Crunch. And then you got your French on there. Everything from Canada is going to be English and French, so very cool. Alright. I guess I could leave all the breakfast stuff out, because that's what we're having today. Maybe we should do a lunch or dinner. I don't know. I'll let LC decide what meal I have today. Because everything in this bag, this is like, I eat like a 7-year-old. It's exactly what I would want. Okay. this is the lunch, and this was Elsie and the 11-year-old, her 11-year-old. So we have some korma, truly natural, vegetable, vegetable medley in a creamy sauce. That picture makes it look insanely good, I must say. But I'm going to bet that it doesn't come out looking the same. I know it won't. But is it in a retort? That feels like it's in a retort. In a retort in a box. Maybe? I don't know. Flavor of India. Very interesting. Here we have some herring fillets in a nice French-looking tin. Herring fillets in tomato sauce. 70 calories. That's not for a quarter of the can. Wow. 140. That's 280 for the can. That's pretty substantial amount of calories for that little can. I guess that's 200 grams. That's about right, actually. No, for a main. What is this? Oh, salmon pate with, it feels like it's probably got some mayonnaise or something going on in it. If I was to bet, we will find out. Which I'll bet that is mainly what these are for. New York style bagel crisps. So you're going to be able to put both of these items on there, and I'll bet those will probably also go good with the korma as well. Sea salt. So these are going to be just plain with sea salt. And then, see, you can put the capers, anything you want on there, really. They got other flavors. Very cool. What else is in here? One more item in here, and we got another bar of, this is chocolate and sea salt with 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, and 2 dates. Very similar. There was 4 eggs in the other one, I think. 4 egg whites, and it was a different flavor. What was the other flavor? I can't remember what the breakfast flavor was. Alright, so that's lunch. I have not eaten today, so I should be able to pack down just about a whole meal. I'm not a huge eater. Even when I'm hungry, I can't eat a lot of food all at once. This is the dinner. This is the 11-year-old. Let's see what he's got for dinner. This is tuna and peas. That should be interesting. Never heard of or seen that before. Huh. Easy to open. Is this French? Let's see. Well, French Canadian, of course. But it looks French. That looks like something you'd find in a French ration. Ketchup and spaghetti will always be the best. We got, no, I don't know about this one. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle the smoked oysters and sunflower oil. Oh, you're testing me with that one. That's for sure. What else do we have here? Some spicy, flaked light tuna, spicy Thai chili flavored. 85 grams of that. Very easy to open can. What else do we have here? Boy, garlic flavored, look like corn nuts with real garlic chips. Wait, huh. So there's actually garlic chips in with this, maybe this is just dried garlic. Ingredients, fried corn. Okay, so those are corn nuts. Vegetable oil, garlic chips, iodized salt, monosodium glutamate. Also, it's a flavor enhancer, and we got sugar and chili powder. That will be a very interesting eat. I've never seen anything like that in the store here. Not at all. So that should be interesting. Also with the garlic chunks in it. That should be good. Sweet chili and lime pimento. Wait. No, this is sweet chili and lime. What is this? Is that rice? Oh, yeah, rice. Sweet chili and lime rice. Ready in 2 minutes. I want to see. Squeeze the sides, tear strip, microwave. So I'm assuming that you put this in a bowl. Oh, no, well, squeeze the sides. I'm not really sure. Once open, keep refrigerated, use within 2 days. Do not consume if package is damaged or pierced. I don't know. If you can I don't think, I wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe you can microwave it in this bag? I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me. Can you microwave inside this bag? Very interesting. Sweet chili and lime basmati rice. And we got a pack of salted cashews here by the good old Planter Peanut. They've got a lot of viral-ish commercials going on right now. Very simple ingredients list. I like stuff from other countries because it's not going to have as much crap in it as we have here in good old USA. Oh, looks like we got 2 packs of salted cashews from the Planters, man. And we got another bar here. This one is peanut butter chocolate with 3 eggs, 14 peanuts, and 2 dates. No BS. This is the RX bar. There's a protein. 12 grams of protein in this one. That is a lot for a little bar like that. That's how many grams? 52 grams. 1.83 ounces. And last but not least in the dinner is a product of Switzerland. This is an 85% cocoa Swiss dark chocolate bar by Our Finest, I think is the brand. Judging by the package, I would guess that's the brand. Yeah, that'll all fit right there. So this is the dinner. What is this? Tuna and pea salad with peas and light tuna chunks. Not exactly sure how to eat that one. Just eat it out of the can? I don't know. Alright. Got 2 more bags to go through. We looked at the macaroni and cheese. So we know 3 different flavors of the Cheetos flavored mac and cheese. And I think that's made by... No, I'm wrong. It says it's Tasty Rewards. Dude, I thought Kraft made this stuff. I guess they don't. Made by Tasty Rewards, maybe? Huh. Yeah, I thought that was a, big brand name. Tongue, brains, face, head, and intestines. Going to be back later. Hard road trip to drive in the rain. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain here. Here are the Dutch delicacies. Sound in the... What'd that say? Netherlands, maybe? Of course, we have the Stroopwafels. Let's go for those first. Dutch Traditions. Oh, these are syrup flavored, I'm going to guess, is what the... I think I've only ever had caramel flavored ones, so these are different. These are going to be probably maple syrup flavored, I'm guessing. Very Canadian of those Dutch snacks. What do we have here? This is a tube of dark chocolate, like little medallions, made by Droste of Holland. Or Drost of Holland. Drost, I guess how you pronounce that. 52% cocoa on that. And we also have milk and orange crisp. Interesting. Oh, my mouth is watering. Of course, chocolate. I like the way they've got like a tax stamp at the top too. Kind of reminds you of like a cigarette pack or an alcohol bottle at the top. don't think they do that anymore. The tax stamp on the top like they used to. Alright, accessory pack. We have a big old pack of vanilla Werthers. Are these the chewy ones? Yes, soft. Yeah, there we go. Soft caramels. From the Werther's original. We have a couple napkins right here. Or one, maybe. Maybe one. Or, of course, you can use that for your butt ration. We got a Heartbeat hot sauce, Thunder Bay, Ontario, red habanero. That's, ooh, wanted to smell it with what little ability to smell that I have. Oh, not going to happen until I'm ready to open it, so I won't take the time to do that just now. Looks like we have 3 Starbucks instant coffees. I think these are Italian roast, all 3 the same. So 3 cups of coffee. We have, oh, there's the multi-tool. Let's look at that here in just a second. Here's an enhanced collagen. Actually, I used to. I haven't taken it in a while, but I used to take collagen for my bones. My leg wasn't healing. Flavorless. Just flavorless. Put it in a drink, I assume. 30 calories, 0 grams of fat, 2 carbs, 5 protein. Wow, 5 grams of protein? Really? Huh. That's a cool little thing. I don't think I've ever seen before. A nice little maple leaf there, too. Owned and operated. Canada. Very cool. Support your local businesses. And here is the Herbal Tisane Numi Organic Tea Moroccan Mint. Refreshing sweet mint leaves. This has to be what she was talking about in the accessory packet. Right, Elsie? This is it? This is the tea? The last one you had? Isn't collagen a protein? It isn't collagen a protein. It must be. Because it seems as if that's the only thing that's in here is, well, it's enhanced. So maybe it's enhanced with protein, but I don't know. Looking at the chat. It has all the amino acids, and it's better than protein powder. Huh. Never thought about that. And we have a vanilla chai tea. Well, like vanilla tea. Just tea. Vanilla tea. It's decaf. This is decaf. Huh. I've never had decaf tea before. Don't know why. Wait. So... I don't know if this is the original bag to this, or I don't think so. Maybe, though. Look at this thing. Looks like we have, I don't know, that's a bottle opener and a spoon on this end. We have a fork and a knife. I'm not sure what the hole's for, right off the top of my head. And maybe this is for opening like can. I don't know. Tell me what that's for. I don't know what that's for. It's an interesting shape. This is supposed to be a can opener? I guess it could be. Maybe. Really, well, it's pretty sharp right there on that corner. So, I don't know. It'd be rough to use that as a can opener. I mean, of course, you could force your way through it with that if you needed to. Maybe. Probably for a lanyard. I don't know about a lanyard right there. That would be an odd place for one. But the hole is for something. Lanyard so you can sanitize it on... Oh, okay. Well, I guess that would make sense. Boiling water, drop it down in there, hold on to your string, pull it out. Your lanyard. Straw holder. I'm reading. This is the can opener part. LC says this is the can opener part. Interesting. I might have to try that maybe on one of the cans with the pop tops. Okay, this staying out. We'll leave a coffee out. What meal am I going for? Going for breakfast, lunch, dinner? I'm going to let LC decide. I guess I'll put this in the bag for the time being. That's what I was thinking, like a handle. Use it as a handle. Mike says dinner. Which is that one, I think. Wait, no. Yeah, I don't know. LC says to go with breakfast. The child's still awake. Okay. That's mine made up then. Alright, I'm doing the Moroccan mint tea for breakfast. I think that fits. I probably should do the collagen for breakfast too, but well, we'll do that next week. I've already taken a bunch of vitamins today, so I'll be good. Hot sauce won't need that for breakfast, I don't think. We will leave out a Werther's. Alright, I think I have went through the accessory packet and got everything we need out of there. Breakfast is here. And I'm going to set this one. Did I get everything out of this box? I need to check. Okay. I did. Alright. I'm leaving out the Dutch snacks for the end, too. Oh, right. Alright. Pants up. Huh. What did I do? Oh, there they are. I need to put one of those Stroopwafels over top of the tea or the coffee. One or the other. I hope I left the napkin out too, which I'll probably need that. Alright. Just gonna dump. There we go. Everything abound. That's got to be for the granola. Yeah, crispy white granola. Alright, I'm going to need the bowl for sure. Break out the tray. There we go. The almond milk. Get the beef. I'm going to call them beef sticks because that's what I've always referred to them as. Well, anything that's beef and stick shaped is beef sticks to me. So, all right, let's do the drinks first. We'll get the tea rolling, and then the coffee will be instant. So, tea's going in the Bob Ross mug. This is an herbal tea, caffeine free as well, so this is also decaffeinated. Or maybe it doesn't have caffeine. There's a good chance it doesn't have caffeine. Let me smell it. Ooh. That reminds me of something it reminds me of gum right off the bat. Kind of see like a earthy look to that. Yep, organic. Forgot it's organic. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. All right. May as well get the other cup out too. We'll just dump them both in at the same time. Get the foreign MRE.com mug. If you guys want to pick up some MREs or First Strike rations or multiple other things. I know they had some Chileans over there at one point. This is probably supposed to have a tear notch. This is a dark roast. Oh, it's an Italian roast as well. I didn't see the tear notch, so I just made my own. It smells pretty good. I don't smell a whole lot, but of course my... Ooh, wow. That's a spray dried for sure. How light and fluffy that coffee is. Now, this is Starbucks. This has got to be the best, right? Be best in the world. Well, not the world. Maybe the best out of the coffee shop places in America. I don't know how you'd say it. Yeah, I like juice boxes myself. I don't drink them much, but I'm a fan. No, that's supposed to be a sweet mint. This is a dark Italian roast. About 8 ounces in both of them. Pretty even. Pretty close. Close enough. Alright, set that off to the side. This as well. We'll need that. Let's get into one of these biscuits filled with currants. I'm going to bet that these are probably individually wrapped. You can tell your 7-year-old that we have similar tastes. So definitely looking forward to this. Ooh, those are big. A lot bigger than I had anticipated. I was going to have 2, but I might only need 1. Oh, well, wait. Yeah, I'll have 2. We'll do it that way. Look at that. They're like glazed and caramelized from the baking. Yeah. Smell kind of sweet. My scent is still not back, I guess. Not fully. It comes and goes. Earlier, I could smell things like perfectly. But over the past few hours, it's kind of went away. It's kind of weird. Anxious to look at this. This one is the coconut chocolate flavored. Everything here looks pretty good. Yeah, these do look yummy, don't they, Kaylin? Those look really good. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and have a bite of one of these right now. Mmm. So the strawberry ones that I had before that I was telling you guys about left a weird coating in my mouth. These don't do that. These are a lot better quality. Great crunch. Light sweetness to the currants themselves. They're really... The main aspect of the sweetness is coming from the currants. From what I can tell, my taste is not that great right now. I'm sorry. A little bit of sweet and tanginess, like a raisin. I'm not picking up the currant flavor. Maybe that's on me. My ability to taste right now isn't the greatest. But I really like the texture and the crunch and the contrast between the chewiness of the currants and the crunchy biscuit that it's surrounded by and stuffed the currants inside. It's really good. Ooh, look at that. I actually didn't expect that to look like that. So, 6 almonds in here. I guess you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess those pieces there would count as, make it up to 6. Probably a little more than 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plainly 6 on this side, but they aren't the same ones shown on the other side. So I think there's a little more than 6 almonds in there, which is good. Oh, wait, there's cashews too. Maybe I'm counting cashews. There's 4 cashews and 2 dates as well. It must make up some of the paste and the egg. Interesting. Those things might be one of my new favorite things, just judging by the way it looks. This reminds me of Hot Wheels. When I saw this, I was like, oh, that's weird. That's like a Hot Wheels looking thing. So these are the Hot Rod original sausage snacks, and there's 5 of them in there. How do I want to open these? Is there a way to split them open without ripping it down the side? So I'm sure I'm not going to eat all 5 right now, so I'm just going to cut them. Cut it open right at the top, like so. Oh, look at that. It smells really good. Got a somewhat of a pepperoni smell to it, I would say. Yeah, that's making my mouth water, though. This, not really greasy. As you can see, there's like no grease to it, which is awesome. Typically, if you get a beef stick like this in America, your fingers, if you handled a beef stick like this in America, your fingers would be just, I mean, covered with oil and grease. Slim Jims, any what's the, any stick thing like this that you're going to pick up in America is going to be, it's going to be greasy and oily. All right. Dub C says, hey, Oldsmokey, hope you're having a great weekend. Well, thanks for the super chat, Dub C, and for dropping in like that, man. Holy cow, dude. You guys, Dub C had to take a break there. Some work-related, personal type stuff going on, both. But I'm pretty sure I just read that he's going to be back to it, so you guys really, right now would be a great time to go over and catch up on his channel and probably roll right into some new videos. I really enjoy watching Dub C's content. Look at that. Kind of looks like a mix between Cocoa Rice Krispies and granola. There's definitely some rice chunks in there, right? Or am I seeing things? Yeah, there's some rice chunks in there, or rice, puffed rice in there, and little tiny chunks of chocolate, little like Hershey Kiss looking pieces of chocolate. I guess we could see it better in a bowl, huh? Yum. Looks really good. And we have our fruit. This is strawberries and bananas. It's going to look like that, I'm assuming. On your way up north now. So you getting ready to go camping? Or, well, not camping. Just maybe something survivalish. Or are you going to do... Did you do an ice fishing video last year? Or you tried? Disney Junior. Mickey. I think it's awesome that they do the branding like this up there in Canada. We don't see much stuff like that down here, really. Or I don't. Maybe it's just where my kids are older now. But I haven't seen anything like this in the store. You very rarely see freeze-dried fruit down here. I'll be honest, the place I get it all the time is at the Dollar Tree. And Dollar General also carries a different brand of it. I've noticed that Dollar General's freeze-dried fruit is nowhere near the quality of the freeze-dried fruit that comes from the Dollar Tree, for whatever reason. Pretty much looks exactly like it does right there. So very accurate depiction of what you're getting. Dump a little bit out here. That might go decently with our granola mix here. Some apples, and these were what? type apples were these? These are Fuji apples. I can't remember. I think Fuji's are the crisp ones when they're not freeze dried. Like got a crisp bite to them. They're not like the grainy. Yeah. Got a nice crunch to them. They're not that grainy type apple like I was talking about. Fuji's must... I'm not a professional on types of apples. I know there are people out there that know their apples. I'm not one of those guys. My grandpa had 3 or 4 different apple trees on his property. A peach tree and a pear tree both. And a grapevine that he made his own wine... Or a grapevine that he made his own grape wine from. So... Alright, I think that has got everything. The freeze-dried fruit from back in the day. You can't buy anything that matches up with the freeze-dried fruit that was in the vintage 80s and 90s MREs. That was a freeze-dried fruit cocktail, or like it's just like the fruit cups. They dump them out into a square form and freeze dry that entire fruit cup of whether it be pineapples, peaches, mixed fruit. What else did they do? I think that might be it. I'm probably forgetting one. I think there's 4. But, oh yeah, there were strawberries. Strawberries never held up very well for some reason. Typically seen them in the first era, 81 to 85, or 80 to 85. But I've seen a lot of the strawberries go bad. Alright, well, I'm going to try a handful of this dry. I eat my cereal dry like that all the time. I don't know why. I just feel like it's better for you than adding milk, usually, because I just drink regular milk. And it disagrees with me. Number 1 is a Pink Lady, 2 is Honeycrisp, and 3 is Fuji. I think it was on Seinfeld when they had that fruit discussion where Kramer couldn't go to the fruit stand anymore. They were talking a lot about apples. I just saw it on another show recently too. So this has got a really nice, subtle chocolate flavor to it. The crunch is amazing. It's not like really stiff granola. It's really airy. Like puffed rice. So I'm going to try this oat milk on its own. Probably add a little bit to my coffee as well before I dump it in here. There it is. I didn't know that you could get milk out of oats. I guess that was a discussion I heard yesterday, people talking about oat milk. Obviously, it's shelf stable as well. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. I'm sure it does have after it's open, but that's really, really decent. It doesn't have any weird artificial vanilla flavoring or anything like that, which I appreciate. And this is also unsweetened. I've tried almond milk and stuff like that's been sweetened, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that artificial sweetness added. Milk, in my opinion, is not supposed to be sweet. So this has got a really decent natural flavor to it. It doesn't taste oaty or anything like that. Now, before I add some of that to this coffee, I want to try this coffee on its own. Oh man, that's hot. And wow, that is strong. Maybe I didn't add enough water to that. Look how dark it is, which is a dark roast anyway. It's Italian. But I'm pretty sure I was supposed to add more water. It's got a really strong bitterness to it, but it's not a dry bitterness. It's just like a bitterness on the back of your palate. Mm. Yeah, there's a lot of tannins going on in there. I don't know if... let me look at that package real quick, if I still have it handy. I do. Let's see if there's a suggested amount of water, if I missed the mark on this one. 100% Arabica instant and micro ground coffee, which I figured it's spray dried. Let's see here. 2015 Starbucks company. Best before 2022. Let's see. It does not say how much water you're supposed to use. But this is 3.3 grams of coffee, which is considerably more than what you get in an MRE. So I'm pretty sure that I have not used enough water. I should have probably filled this cup almost brimful. But I am going to add a little bit of this oat milk here. Not enough to make a difference, though, it looks like. And break out the multi-tool as well. 250 mils of water to the coffee. Well, that's 8 ounces. Right? Yeah, that's 8 ounces. That's about what I added to it. That cup brimful will hold like 11 ounces. Alright, give it a stir. So yeah, then I added the proper amount of water. It's just a really strong coffee then. I did not wash that. Oops. My bad. Alright, here's with the oat milk. I cooled it down enough to where I can actually drink it now. And that definitely changed things. Yeah, that's really good coffee. That actually is really good coffee. I'm not a huge Starbucks fan or anything, but that's a good cup of coffee. Really good cup of coffee. Thanks for that advice. Also, LC, for letting me know it was 250 mils. What about the tea, LC? Should I add some of the oat milk to the tea as well? I'm going to try it right now. Probably should stop steeping it, huh? I always do this and over steep, which this is not your traditional tea leaf. Ooh, that's hot, 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 hot. Ah. Burn my fingers. Okay. I served with a regular M4 only. There we go. Ooh. That's got a really balanced flavor to it. It's not overly minty. Very refreshing. And it almost has like a light sweetness to it. It's not like sweet on the palate, but it's like a really calm and balanced flavor. Very interesting. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to start off with the meat chunk here. Well, the meat stick. Is that what it's called? Does it say meat stick? No, sausage snack. So, this is supposed to be a sausage snack. Give it a try. Skin's got a really nice pop to it. Hard Knocks 2000 was a combat medic, so I got both rifle and an M9. Ooh. Salty. Well, thank you for your service, Hard Knocks 2000. Way more natural flavor than what I'm used to when it comes to a sausage snack or beef stick like this. I refer to it as a beef stick. That's what I called them ever since I was a little kid. My grandma used to take me to the, what was that place? It was like, I don't know what that place was. It had like a garage underneath it with a little convenience store on top. We called it Dave's. The guy. Super tan guy with long hair, like long frizzy hair, and he always wear like a button-up shirt, but it was never buttoned up, and he had on always had on cut-off denim shorts, like too short, and he always wore his tennis shoes untied. And I used to think that this guy was the coolest dude. He had like that redneck swagger of just not caring what anybody thought, I guess. I really enjoyed that guy. His name was Dave. Hey, there's Mulder. Hey, Smokey. Love good meat stick. Good snack. These are great for any type of survival food. You got your protein, you getting some meat up in there, and you're going to be craving something like this. If you're in a situation where you're not going to have your normal everyday food, you're going to want something like this just to satisfy that craving. If you ever have a craving to just have some meat, and this would satisfy that craving. I don't know if you guys can hear the pop that skin has to it, but man, it's really pronounced. It's got a nice pop, and in the texture to it, it's not too mushy. It is a little bit salty, but that's to be expected. Slightly spicy. So it's got a nice amount of spices going on in there. And again, not greasy at all, which I can appreciate. All right, next. I'm going to save that for last, I think. Let's get into the granola here. All right. Yeah, that's definitely rice. It's snap, crackling, and popping as we speak. As the popular cereal that most of us know does. Get a good look at that. Chocolate. It's just not something I'm used to eating, something like this. I don't usually pick up a granola like this. So far, it's still got a really nice crunch to it. The milk, I could eat this dry or with milk, either one. But obviously the milk, being shelf stable like that, is a really great pick. And it's not, like I mentioned earlier, it's not sweetened. It's not weird. It doesn't have like a weird oat flavor or anything like that. I appreciate this. Mulder, thank you for that super chat too, by the way. I appreciate that. Didn't you used to have a 13 on your name? Wasn't it Mulder 13? Or am I wrong? Oh, the cereal's killer, Mark. It really is. It's got a great texture to it. I don't know. The oat pieces have a really nice chew to them. They're not overly stiff, but they do have a almost like a chewiness to them. And then the rice has a really nice pop to it. Yeah, most enlisted guys and veterans hate MREs. It's just a fact of life. But there are the occasional fellas out there that enjoy them. And then there's also enlisted guys that don't like MREs, but they see the value in them and get into the community and trade for other international rations, which is smart. But it takes multiple MREs to equal one international ration of any type, which kind of gives you an idea of where the MRE falls on the quality aspect of an MRE or ration. We might be the ones that we're doing it first, and we may do it the most efficiently, but we lack in quality. We just want to get calories into guys, which I think is kind of the wrong look, the wrong take. It's got to be cheap. That's that's the government's aspect on MREs. Cheap and efficient. Most calories, most protein, most bang for your buck. That's what they want to get into MREs. Carla Z, yeah, the cereal is awesome. It's awesome. 7-year-old put this meal together and did a really, really fantastic job, I must say. Pretty well-rounded meal. I think this would be a great way to start your day. I mean, really. What is it about the air rifles? Daniel, yeah, the new type BB guns that are out there, like actual BB, not air rifles, like with the plastic, you know, ammo. But there are some mean BB guns out there. I was going to say something about putting fruit in here, but it doesn't need it. I don't think it would. I don't. I'll do a little chunk of banana just to see. Hydrate it for a second. Mm. Chocolate and banana does mix. So, let's see. That added a nice tangy fruitiness to it. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to have to go with the strawberry too. On the next bite here. Hydrate them a little bit. It doesn't take long to rehydrate strawberries or bananas. They both rehydrate fairly quickly. Just a couple minutes. There we go. Yeah, that's actually a really nice addition. If you got bored with this, which it wasn't boring, so it's actually quite tasty. Really well balanced. It's not like overly sweet like most U.S. cereals and stuff are. Well, I'm going down the hatch that. Two thumbs up on that one. Absolutely. Saw a lot of weapons speak in the chat. I'm glad we can still own most weapons. Fully automatics are really hard to get, or they're just expensive. Actually, not quite so hard, just expensive. But outside of that, you can get pretty much anything here in the U.S., which is It's definitely a good thing. There's a lot of benefits to the population being armed, in my opinion. All right, let's take a look inside this thing. I think it said it had 2 figs in it. Hang on. This is a coconut and chocolate flavor. As you can see, chunks of chocolate up in there. It just smells like chocolate. And give it a try. The almonds. It's got a bunch of egg whites up in there. 4 of them, I believe. Oh, the wrapper's right here, duh. 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, and 2 dates. So I assume dates is what's making up the main solid part of this. That, the egg whites mixing in, I guess. Give it a try. And this is coconut chocolate flavored, yeah. Very different. Fruity. I don't pick up much of the chocolate, really. It's not bad, it's just odd to my palate. It's something I would definitely get used to. I do like it. I mean, the chocolate itself, let me just try that. It's a very dry, powdery, dark chocolate. The date flavor kind of drowns everything out. The almonds have a nice crunch to them. I guess it does have a chocolate flavor to it. I'm not picking up much of the coconut, I don't think. Maybe it's just it is a balanced mix of the coconut and chocolate flavors together that's giving me that flavor. Oh, dang it. Let me refresh this coffee just a little bit. Put a little bit more hot water on it. Definitely ain't going to hurt it. And then get out a Stroopwafel. I might just use this to melt it. I think I will. I'm going for one of these. If you don't know what this is what is called a Stroopwafel. Typically, you put it over top of your coffee or your tea, like so. I think I'm going to put it over my steaming hot jug of water right here, though. And I think we'll go with one of these today. The one with the orange. Milk Orange Crisp. Yeah, that's not going to be hot enough. I'm almost positive it's not. Yeah, this is though, look. It's not a big, really the big enough opening, but I think it'll work. We'll see. Find out. Let's check out one of these chocolates here. Again, I dig that like tax stamp at the top right there. Really cool. I think that's the proper way to open them. And you got like a tube. One, solid tube in here. Of these medallions. Turn them upside down. Should hold them closed. All right. Drost. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. Let's see if there's any orange peel. Yeah, there's some orange peel or something up in there. Look at that. Oh, I definitely smell it. I'll give it a try. It's got a nice crunch to it, too. Interesting. What is that? It's almost like an orange flavored brittle. Very solid, crunchy, like candy. Like a candied zest or something. I didn't expect that. I guess that's what it means by orange crisp. What is the orange crisp? Orange mixes well with chocolate. I don't know why. And that's one of the smoothest, richest chocolates I've ever had. That orange gives it almost like a little bit of a bitter follow-up on the back of your palate. Kind of a tanginess. And the milk chocolate's super smooth and just kind of smooths everything else out. It's really nice. Sebastian. Enough, dude. Sebastian. Poor old dog. He just got his hair cut the other day. He looks a lot better, but he has ups and downs. Alright, got my coffee here. I think the Stroopwafel should be pretty well steamed. Oh yeah, it's sagging in the middle now. Look at that. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like right there. Give that a try. That's so hot and gooey. It tastes like caramel, though. I mean, you can also dip them in your coffee or your tea like this, which I don't mind. I like it this way. Stroopwafels, like I said, though, they became popular in the U.S. here recently. I don't really taste any maple flavor there. I want to eat this super hot part right here. It's like super gooey and soft. That's definitely the way to do it. John, yeah, dip the Stroopwafel. Dip it good. Coffee's hot enough to make it melt on the inside. The waffle part on the outside is my favorite part. It's got this caramelized, crispy, but the way it's cooked to perfection. It's got that really nice dark brown to it. And it's just a super thin waffle. Really. Absolutely. Something I would eat if they just had... Oh, see what I mean? Falling apart. If they had just the waffle part with no filling, I would tear those things up. Put different, like, syrups and jams and stuff like that on them. Oh, be killer. I guess this kind of does remind me of like an artificial syrup here in the United States. Not really maple flavor, just syrup. Mixes really well with that bitter coffee. Oops. I love freeze-dried fruit. There's nothing else like it, really. It still retains all of its nutritional value, and it gets better. I mean, fresh fruit's good as well, but freeze-dried fruit's just fun to eat. It has a novelty factor to it. The strawberries and bananas are much more intense in flavor than the apple. When eating them all together, the apple's pretty much on the bland side. I mean, it's not really bland, but compared to the strawberries and bananas, they are. Bananas are really flavorful. All right, another drink of this mint tea. That is quite enjoyable. I really do like that tea. I would have that again. All right, all I got left is a Werther's here, and I'm gonna have a smoke. I'm gonna do the Miss Maryland smoke right now. Camel, thanks to Miss Maryland. Got these camels here. Stroopwafel. We got a super chat from Cyanide Cookie. Says Stroopwafels are a poor man's Tim Tam. Adopts a fighting stance. Them there's fighting words, I'm sure. That's a good comment you had there, Dan. Thank you for that super chat, Dan. You didn't have to do that, man. That's funny though. I don't know. I don't. It's hard for me to weigh in on that one. I really like them both. Ooh, if I was to have to pick one, I think I'd probably pick the Tim Tams though. I'm just being honest. There's so many different flavors of the Tim Tams, but the classic would be enough for me. And do the Tim Tam slams with. I mean, you make your choice: chocolate milk, regular milk, coffee, tea, whatever, and it works. Thank you for that super chat, man. And they definitely gave me something to think about there. All right. Let's chat for a minute. Yeah, the first time I ever had Stroopwafels, I want to say it was probably about 4 years ago. And I told a little bit of this story 2 weeks ago, I think it was. But the Stroopwafel, who sent me? Someone sent me a package of the Stroopwafels. I cannot remember who it was. And I was fascinated with the Stroopwafels. I thought that they were just like the bee's knees. Because I'd never seen them, never heard of them. And got this package, and there was this big sleeve tube of the Stroopwafels in there. Sebastian, sit. Sit. But I'd never heard of them. I'd never seen them. As far like, I'm sure you could get them in international markets or something like that in the U.S., but I had never seen them anywhere. Never knew to look for them either. But within 2 weeks of me getting those in the mail, they started carrying Stroopwafels at the local Dollar General. I just happened to be in there a couple weeks later, and it was a brand new product on the shelves. They were selling Stroopwafels in America, individually packaged in tubes, and then I think that's all they had. They might have had boxes of them at Dollar General as well, but it was just really, really weird timing. The way they popped up in the store right after I had been introduced to them, and had never seen them before, never heard of them, never seen them. And like I said, I think that was probably about 4 years ago. I cannot remember who sent me the first ones. And then, after I had them the first time, it might have been Hausel or somebody in Germany. I can't remember where they came from the first time. But after that, then Shocker 71, like he found an outlet somewhere where he could buy them down in, I don't know if he was picking them up in Georgia. I can't remember exactly where he was getting them at. But he was driving somewhere and buying them. And and then they started showing up everywhere. Like they are, like I think you could just go to Walmart. And I think they still carry them at Dollar General too. I think they still have the little individual 2-packs of them, which is I think typically what someone sits down to eat if they have a cup of tea or coffee, is 2 Stroopwafels in one sitting. I could be wrong on that. Had one from Wally World when you worked there, Pete? Yeah, I know they carry them now. Roll the R and say it as Stroopwafel. Stroopwafel. I say it redneck. Thank you for that super chat, LC. Yeah, I must. I mean, I guess that's just the American adopted way of saying Stroopwafel. It's so weird that you mentioned that because Spicy Tuna Roll says I can't roll R's. Yesterday or day before, what was it? I was watching something. Can't remember what it was, but it was a male and a female having an argument about just trivial stuff, and it was about rolling R's, and I think she was doing it, and I was like, oh, that's just something I've always been able to do. It never really, I guess, never really entered my mind that it'd be something people couldn't do. But yeah, he's Asian. That shouldn't matter, really. I wouldn't think. I'll bet there's plenty of Asian folks out there that can roll R's, right? Or you can go with the it's a Christmas Story. The folks that sing Christmas carols towards the end of the movie. It's like the super racist Asian American, like American racist joke thing from back in the day. Favorite TV show from my childhood? Wow. I mean, that's a huge list. That's a huge list. I loved all TV, but just about. Family Matters, I like that with Urkel, and then the one with Bob Saget that just recently passed away. There's some controversy going on with that as well. Family obviously doesn't want to release the autopsy photos, but something happened there. Something is not right. He didn't just die of natural causes or anything, from what I can tell. What was the name of that show? Family Matters? What the heck was the name of that show? You guys will tell me. With Bob Saget?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's with Carl and Urkel and Laura. And all the family style sitcoms were pretty good back in the day. I was even a huge fan of Cosby. And here's another one that I don't hardly ever hear mentioned, but I honestly I don't remember a whole lot of it because I haven't seen it pop back up. But Mr. Belvedere, I used to love that show. And when I was with my dad, which was rarely, but we would watch a lot of the like Nick at Night stuff, which was the older stuff. So like the Adam West Batman, I've probably seen every episode of that numerous times. Older shows that used to play on the Nick at Night stuff, I used to like that. He had me watch a bunch of westerns back in the day, spaghetti western type stuff. That I've seen tons of those. Saturday Night Live was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Like as early as I can remember, staying up on Saturday night and getting to watch Saturday Night Live was like one of my favorite things to do. Mr. Belvedere, like I said, I remember Mr. Belvedere being one of my favorite shows, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I used to love Alf. Alf was a big one. I've got that on a box set here. Um, and I had this stuffed Alf that was about, I don't know, it's probably about that big, 2.5, 3 feet. It was a big one. And I loved that thing. Dukes of Hazzard was another huge show that I loved when I was a kid. Chips as well. Used to like to watch Chips. Mr. Ed, that was another one that was on Nick at Night. Loved that. Saturday Night Live has taken a dive. I'm sorry. I hate to say that, but it really has. It's something that's it's hard to watch. Gilligan's Island, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. See, I didn't like the Monkees. I didn't like the Monkees show. I remember it, but wasn't ever a huge fan of it. I wanted another vintage smoke, but I guess I'm not going to do that. Married with Children, yeah, that was a big one. And The Simpsons, of course, that was another one. Bart Simpson, I remember having a lot of like Bart Simpson paraphernalia whenever I was a little kid, like little posters and a lot of clothes. Eat My Shorts. I remember having a shirt, or maybe it was, yeah, it was a shirt that said that. Yeah, Married with Children was like the edgy, not politically correct show that kind of towed that line. What was that? Can't remember the name of the show right off the top of my head. With Tim Allen. No, that's not Tool Time. That was the name of the show he had on the show. It was what was the Tim Allen show? Home Improvement. Yes. Yeah, I could not remember. Oh, super chat from Bourbon Street Joe says, "Hey Smokey, are you considering opening that 96? You know what? All right, I'm going to feather that in. Let's do. Want to do it next week? We can do it next week, and then we'll do LC. I don't know that I can eat both of those, dinner and lunch, in one go. I'm sure I can't. So I'll have to break those up as well, and we can try and do. I almost hate to open that ration just because it has to be super rare. But at the same time, that's what you sent it for. That's what we're going to do. We're going to open it here on the live stream, and it's going to be super interesting to look at. Whenever you want, man. If you want next Saturday, we can do it next Saturday. And thank you for that super chat, by the way. More power isn't. Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear, who says more power. Yeah, I love the British Top Gear up until they stopped the 3, which and then they started doing the Amazon show. It's not coming to me. See, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But Super Chat Thundercat? What? Did I miss it again? Oh, no. Bourbon Street, again, thanks for that Super Chat. Yeah, the classic Top Gears, which ran, what, up until like 2017? 18? Somewhere along in there? And then a Grand Tour. That's right. Curious Pete. That's right. I actually was watching some of those about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago through my downtime here. And not the same, really. Clarkson, one of the episodes I watched, it was like a pandemic special. Clarkson had a U.S. Navy ship that they built for Vietnam, and he had it recreated. Cost him over 100,000 pounds, not dollars. So it's probably like $150,000 to have this boat recreated, which he had like the fiberglass poured forms or whatever. I don't know how they did it, but they redid this boat, and it was super awesome. Which he did tear it up, taking it underneath super low bridges, tore the radar off of it, tore half the top of it off. That boat was sweet, but $150,000 boat. No, it was a jet boat too. And I guess its reputation was that it could literally stop within the length of itself, and he did that while from full speed. It was pretty crazy. Phoenix. I wish. I'm going to get back into that pretty soon and see what I can do about that. Western Canadian Interior Ration Symposium, the first ever Western Canadian Interior Ration Symposium. That sounds like a term that we would have had for like the first ration meetup. What was it? It was called the MRE. It was called like the MRE Meetup and Symposium or something like that. It was called something similar. Oh, really? Dan, CT, and Smitty might hook up tomorrow. That would be an interesting meetup. You guys going to have pizza and film it for CT's channel? I'll definitely watch that. I did mention 2 weeks ago on the last live stream that we had been discussing a little bit about what type and where to meet up if we have a meetup this year, where we're going to do it, when we're going to do it. I think a lot of folks out of my chat would be ones that would be going and showing up to this. So it's something I think we should discuss here, and also start a thread over on mreinfo.com, and we'll obviously have a discussion over there as well. Informing everybody of what it's not my call to make. Like I said, it's not my place to make the call on where it could be, but I think it's something that we can discuss and kind of get a general consensus on what would be good for the most people. And we've done everything on the east side of the United States so far, so I think we should tend more west this time. I just missed a super chat. It says from Bourbon Street Joe Noah says Vegas 2022. So there's one vote for Vegas. And Smokey and the Bandits 2022. There you go. I just need to start referring to you guys as that, because that's the best name we've ever came up with. I've tried to come up with what would be a good name, and I think a t-shirt up to that effect would be good as well. Meet up at a Ration Museum. There's only one Ration Museum that I know of. Oh, at the Ration Museum. I feel like it's good for me to say this without Sean here, so I don't get beat up. No, Sean would love for everybody to show up to the Ration Museum, I'm sure. That's like a dream. That would be like a dream come true. We really need to get the museum to the next level. That's going to take some intense work, and Sean has dedicated so much of his time, money, and effort to making the Ration Museum a reality. It's now a reality. It used to be. It was a reality back in the day. Anybody could have came to his house, and he had this display cases set up as like a museum to walk through. But now it's actually its own building. It's its own entity, which it was its own entity before. But, nobody deserves more props than what Sean does. Sean has put so much time, effort, and blood, sweat, and tears into making the Ration Museum what it is today. And he needs help. He can't do it all himself, so he's going to need help from the community. And I'm going to do what I can to help him out, because I feel like the Ration Museum is one great way to get ration history into the eyes of more people. That way, if there's a place that they can go and maybe even touch things and pick things up and look at them and, make it a real experience. So, which Steve reaches the most people when it comes to rations, as far as that'll ever happen. Um, you had Crazy Russian Hacker back in the day who was getting crazy views more than anybody else actually, but at the same time, I'm not trying to knock him, but he didn't put forth any effort into any of the history, any information at all, really, other than where it was from, which was typically painfully obvious. It'd be written on the ration, Russia or whatever, which I'd say was probably his favorite rations. Um, but that's probably about it. That's where it was from, and then obviously the contents and him eating them. It's really hard for me not to say anything else. So him eating them in his own way, in his own format, which was working for him. I don't know what happened to his channel. I stopped over there on his channel probably within the last couple weeks, maybe a little bit late, 3 weeks ago, and I don't know what's going on. I looked up a ration. What was it? Looked up something on YouTube. Can't remember what it was. But he had a video of whatever it was up, or maybe he didn't, but it for some reason popped up in the recommended, and it was fairly recent. It was like within the past 3 months. And I want to say it had like less than 80,000 views or less than 60,000 views, something like that. It was really low for his channel and for what he does. Whenever he was doing ration videos before that were hitting 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 million, he was getting insane views on his ration videos. So Taurus is mostly doing knife opening videos. Really? Huh. Well, see, he's gotten in. I've watched him go through a few different phases. Obviously, he did the science stuff, which worked for him. He should have stuck with that, which I would say would be hard to keep up with, uh, especially without just directly knocking off other channels' content, which I know he's done, but he's also struck other people's channels for doing the same stuff as him before, which I think is bullcrap. He did the science thing, then he went and he kind of feathered in rations and stuff, and he was doing gold, like buckets of dirt where he would mine, go through and whatever sluice or whatever, and find whatever gold was in there, and then he was doing coins. He was doing a lot of coins there for a while. Yeah. Seems like, yeah, yeah, he's different. Daniel, he's done some things as far as like a YouTube creator that I disagree with. That's a personal opinion of my own. But whenever you go like intentionally striking other people's channels for nothing, for nothing, it's not like they were giving him a hard time or anything like that. I mean, I think everything I've seen, they were just doing very similar type content that he had done already, which is exactly what he has done 100 times over, and he's gotten whole channels taken down because of this. You just Google it and you'll see what I'm talking about. I guess he was just all about taking out the competition. That's the only thing I can figure. It doesn't make sense to me. Never has, and that's one thing I guess I've somewhat held against him over the years, and I don't know. Maybe he's all right, and like you said, maybe he's a different guy in real life. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know what he would be like outside of videos. I don't think he lets a whole lot of people into his personal life or lets very many people know like the real him. So there's been a few YouTubers that have gotten close to him and hung out with him over the years. Maybe, I mean, you could count them on two hands probably, or less, maybe one hand, of people that he's kind of let into his little inner circle. But I don't know. Bourbon Street, yeah, yeah. It's all knives and wood cutting equipment. Really? So like axes and knives and stuff. I mean, I he definitely got into the survival aspect of things, and he was doing crazy stuff. Like he did drive up the prices on rations insanely there for a while. He was spending crazy amounts of money on eBay, and I know this for a fact. He was paying double and triple what anybody else would pay, and a lot of sellers would even know that it was him, and he would get price gouged. And he started doing mystery boxes and mystery survival kits that on his channel that I want to say he paid 10 grand for one off of eBay, maybe even $20,000 off for one on eBay. So again, like they saw him coming, and there's no way he recouped his money. Some of that stuff was real. Like he really did spend 10 or however much money on a random person's crap on eBay, and that was a thing on YouTube there for a while. It was I guess it was just kind of a mystery box thing, and there was mystery survival kits, mystery boxes, and he definitely spent the money. And like I said, though, people knew that it was him. They knew that he was doing that stuff, and they took advantage of it. And I think one of those videos I watched him open up was like a really high priced box, and I want to say he got back maybe 20% of what he spent, and it was like not even what I would consider to be good stuff on the return. Crazy Russian Hacker CT is who I'm talking about. Uh, Nathan's voice reminds you of the preacher on The Simpsons. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The preacher. Trying to put the no, that's the neighbor. Flanders is the neighbor. I can think of the preacher. I'm just trying to think of Nathan's voice and the preacher's voice at the same time. Kind of, yeah, I could see that. The diction's a little different in the way he words things, but yeah, I could kind of see the sound being very similar. I didn't really no, I didn't watch Malcolm in the Middle. That was I guess that was a show that I didn't that kind of I think it was just right outside of my era. So I kind of stopped watching a whole lot of TV like that when I was probably 15, 16, something like that. So that would have been like what uh 96, 95, 96, somewhere along in there. Did I miss another super chat? I don't think so. It's in the timbre of the voice. I think it makes the connection for me. I'll have to I'll have to pull up the preacher talking in one of Nathan's videos one time and see. Oh yeah, I got the one from Joe. Yeah, I got it. Spicy chicken for the win. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Appreciate it, Phoenix. Let's see. Are you talking about a Wendy's spicy chicken, CT? Because I love a good Wendy's spicy chicken. I think I would probably pick a Wendy's spicy chicken over a Chick-fil-A, but there's no Chick-fil-A's around here, so I don't have to choose. It's Wendy's all the way. The McDonald's one sucks horribly. It's like fake. The chicken doesn't taste like chicken. It looks like a real piece of chicken, and then you eat it, and it's like it's awful. They'd be much better off if they just made a great big huge chicken nugget. In my opinion, chicken nuggets have a weird. They taste good for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. I hate to get a piece of gristle in a chicken nugget though. Ooh, drives me crazy. Other than that though, chicken nuggets they're all right. Um, but the cigarette looked good. Yeah, well, it was. has the best chicken burgers. Heck yeah, I agree. I think they do have the best chicken sandwich, period. End of story. So I'm not a fries and the frosty guy. I've done it. I'm, hot and cold like that just don't really mix for me, especially like the chocolate and the French fries. If Here's the thing, I think they started doing this on their own. Now I could be wrong, but up until probably about 6 months ago, if I ever go to Wendy's, I make them double fry my fries, and I ask them to when they beep and they're done to just drop them again, hit the timer again, and let them fry twice. Double fry my fries. It's the only way to have Wendy's fries. Before, if you just got a regular order of fries and they went through the regular process, they'd always be soggy and not all the way done. But if you have them double fry your fries at Wendy's, they're perfect. They're great. They're better than McDonald's fries. Freaking fast food. If shin kicking small children was acceptable, it was an acceptable form of payment. I'd use more often than not. What? Flintstones chewable morphine for kids? What are we talking about here? Sadly, you are guaranteed real meat in an MRE. Sadly, you are guaranteed real meat in a MRE in McDonald's. Yeah, well, I guess I see your point there. I think I understand what you're saying. McDonald's is it's a highly processed mush. Just about everything. The burgers are really weird, but they haven't changed since I was a little kid, and I grew up eating McDonald's. So the burgers having that original like flavor that they've always had is kind of comforting. The nuggets, on the other hand, like I haven't watched that video that everybody else has watched. I know I've heard about it. I have not watched it on purpose because I don't want chicken nuggets to be completely ruined for me to where I can't eat them anymore. But I've heard it's really bad, and I think they taste great. Chicken nuggets have a unique flavor that you don't get in anything else, so I like the chicken nuggets. Their chicken sandwiches, on the other hand, like the McChicken, that seems like an actual piece of chicken. Or no, the grilled chicken. I think it's the grilled, whichever one's the grilled chicken. Can't remember which one it is. It's not breaded or anything like that. The McChicken is breaded, isn't it? I can't remember. There's a grilled one, or there used to be, that was like an actual piece of chicken. And then the rest of that stuff is just, I don't even know what, it's chicken of some sort, mushed up and formed and then breaded, frozen, then probably breaded and then deep fried. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but their spicy chicken sandwich, it looks like it's real chicken. You bite into it and it's like it has the fibrous pieces of what you think chicken breast should look like, but it just does not taste like chicken. I don't know, and I eat it top, like no pickles and no spicy sauce. I get the spicy sauce on the side, and the chicken itself is like almost flavorless, and the texture's weird. But it looks right. It looks like it's regular chicken, but it doesn't taste like it. I hate it. I hate their spicy chicken sandwiches. Wendy's is 100 times better than McDonald's when it comes to that aspect. There's a breakfast spot that I can't mention here. I will say that McDonald's breakfast is pretty killer. I like the hotcakes. I like the sausage biscuits and sausage, egg, and cheese. Heck, just about everything really on the breakfast menu is pretty decent at McDonald's. Like, I hate to say that, but it's true. I like it. Miss McDonald's bagel sandwiches. So, here's an interesting fact. You guys can look this up if you want, but I live very, very near what at one time was the #1 McDonald's in Ohio. And it's located in Pomeroy, Ohio. And they used to serve pizza up until probably, about 5 years ago? Or less, maybe? 5 years ago or less. They were the last McDonald's in America that served pizza. You could order a large pizza or a personal pizza, and pepperoni. That was it, right? So they had other toppings. I think they were just frozen pizzas, though. I don't think they actually built them there. Huh? Oh, they did? She says they built them. So I guess you could get whatever you wanted on them. But they tasted like a frozen pizza. In my personal opinion, they very similar to what like a frozen pizza you cook in the oven would taste like. But it's probably been 4 or 5 years ago. I never really thought anything of it. It's just something we've always had here. We always had McDonald's that had pizza, and it also had we had a ice cream parlor inside of our McDonald's, and it's just I guess one of those things I took for granted because when they did the remodel and put in all the flat touch screens and the light up tables and crap, they did away with it. The ice cream parlor was gone after that. So I was in McDonald's probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and there was two people that had driven from like Connecticut or Maine or somewhere really far away because they drove all the way to our McDonald's, and that was their only purpose in their trip was coming to our McDonald's to have McDonald's pizza. And they were taking a bunch of pictures of it and posting it on Instagram, and that's when I realized like this is something weird and special. Like I never really thought anything of it because I didn't really eat it. Amber used to eat the pizza all the time. I just wasn't a fan of it. Like I said, it was kind of like a frozen pizza to me, and it just didn't do it for me. But they did away with that 4 or 5 years ago. I think they should bring it back, but they probably never will since they've done that remodel and changed everything. They probably used to have a pizza oven or some kind. What is it? Oh, they dropped the whole chicken, feathers and all in the machine, and nuggets come out. I don't believe that. I believe I would know if I was eating feathers. Uh, the heart attack. I'm going to assume that's what you're talking about in Vegas. That's the name of the place in. Oh wait, let me just go up Bourbon Street, Joe, and see. Oh. You said you couldn't say it on here. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say that either. Okay. It's an egg place, though. A breakfast place. I've never been to Vegas, so I would like to go. And I don't know. My grandma always wanted to go to Vegas, and I never got to take her. I don't think my mom and stepdad have any desire to go to Vegas, but they do want to go out west. So, yeah. And mention the bagel sandwiches. 30% chicken, 40% horse, 30% mystery meat. My favorite old food? Oh, that's really. I don't know how to answer that. Like my favorite old thing that I've eaten, or my favorite food that's old that's still around that I would eat now. They did away with the bagel sandwiches years ago. Unboned buffalo chicken. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either. Sometimes they can be okay, but it's rare. It's rare that you find them where they're decent. Oh, the Butterfinger BBs. Yeah. Been there. You went to school for a semester at University of Rio Grande and would stop there on the way down. That's cool, Steve. So, did you ever have the pizza? Probably. Most people, it wasn't. I don't even know where it was at on the menu, if it was on the menu. Like, just everybody around here knew that they had it, so we would, we would order it. LC, yeah, I would definitely watch the Flintstones, Scooby Doo, cartoon era. That I used to always watch Mr. Cartoon. Did you guys have Mr. Cartoon? I don't know. Let me go to the bottom of the chat. I don't know if Mr. Cartoon was a local thing for us But it seems like Mr. Cartoon aired out of a local TV station, WSAZ or something like that, on Saturday. It was a big thing around here, though. When I was growing up, there was a guy they called Mr. Cartoon every Saturday morning cartoons, and we had like this show where they had brought in kids every weekend, and he would like bring them up and they'd play games and stuff like that, kind of like Bozo used to do. If you guys remember Bozo the clown, used to like play the games with the kids and stuff like that. But Tom and Jerry was a big one. I loved that one. Roadrunner. Uh, let's see, cartoons. DuckTales, like that one. Uh, cartoons. Obviously Flintstones and like, of course, The Simpsons was a big one. The Simpsons still kicking all these years later. It's crazy. I would hate to imagine how much money those voice actors, just the voice actors for like Bart and Homer, and it's hard to tell how much money they've made. Yeah, Tom and Jerry was huge. I loved Tom and Jerry. Rescue Rangers, yep, that was a big one. The two little chipmunks, like the pilot. I can't remember the pilot's name. It was on that show. We had a local guy named Captain Billy. The guy here was just Mr. Cartoon. He wore like a bowler cap. He was an older guy. It was cool. I loved that show as a kid. I bet you could probably Google it, and I'll bet you there's clips of it on YouTube. Maybe. I'm curious though. You guys have me curious. Captain Kangaroo, yep, that was good. Kind of similar to that, actually, I think. Mr. Cartoon. Huntington, West Virginia. There it is, Mr. Cartoon. It came up. Oh, boy. 1987. I'd have been 5 years old. We'll check it out. The quality looks horrible. It is. Yeah, let me flip the camera around. Foods that make me nostalgic. Doritos is one. It's weird. It just could be just about anything that trigger it.
That's one of the best I've heard in a long time. And welcome all you cartooners out there in Mr. Cartoon Land. We certainly hope you'll join us and stay with us for an hour. Because we're going to try and have a real big time today. But I would really like to introduce my guest to you now. And when I call out the name of your group,
really?
Please stand up and say yay.
Oh, boy.
We have children from Huntington. Let's hear it for Huntington.
Amber just said that our local weatherman, Tony Cavalier, was... there's like a mascot, Mr. Blooper, Bleeper, or something like that. And he was that thing. And you know, Tony Cavalier's got a lot of rumors going around about like gerbils in his sphincter and stuff like that. So I don't know that they're true, but they're definitely rumors. Anyway, here it is. The sound is absolutely horrid. Listen to this. It's really bad. Quality's really horrible. The kids look happy, yeah. See, there's that stupid mascot thing right there. Beeper. I'm being told it's Beeper. Cool. Old commercials and stuff. Happy Meal. See, that McDonald's, used to eat a lot of McDonald's when I was a kid. I guess McDonald's is one thing I used to get that still gives me some nostalgia. Love your content so much. Greatly appreciate the streams. One question though, any videos going to come out anytime? Yeah, actually, I have plans. I do have plans. So the answer to that is hopefully very soon. I've got some really cool stuff. I'm going to start off with something easy, just because if I screw up, then I can just throw it away. The footage, whatever. And then if it turns out good, it turns out good, and I'll post it. But I've got some stuff that is noteworthy, especially those World War II rations that I just opened up here recently. Well, I didn't open them. I just opened up the boxes, unboxed, and they're museum quality. They look to be museum quality. You never really know till you get inside of a tin can like that, whether it's going to be in good shape or not. But it looks to be in fantastic shape. All right, guys. Been on for 2.5 hours. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to get off of here and get cleaned up and finish up a little bit of stuff that I got left on my tray here. Probably heat that up. This is much better warm than it is. It's not cold, but it's almost room temperature. It's just a little above that right now. But LC, thank you for the insanely large amount of food, and we'll be chipping away at this over the next few weeks. And also, oh, Mark says, well, you know what, Mark? I think I'm going to get your box next week with, I'm supposed to be doing the Canadian next week. The 19, what year was that? Oh, boy. Can't remember what year it was. I want to say 96 is what he said. Did I get the super chat? I did, didn't I? Yeah, PX Doolin. Thank you for the super chat. I did not say that. I should have. Thank you so much for that super chat. And, all right. I think I've gotten through them. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't want to just throw it in at the end, Mark. I wouldn't be doing it justice, right? I mean, I could. I guess that I could leave that up to you, but do it at the beginning. Give me something to open up, and more folks will get to see it. Buying a soda stream. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know if those things are any good. It's good having you here, Mark. We appreciate you, man. Absolutely. What about the caramel? Oh! Look at that. You very much reminded me, and I almost forgot. It's pretty soft. Wow. I expected it to break. It's stuck to my finger, but I'll get it off. Maybe. Yeah. I don't eat Werther's very often. Well, that's got like a liquidy center or something. That is so stuck to my teeth, though. That's why I never eat them. Flavor's crazy, though. Crazy good. Vanilla. Lots of vanilla. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Making it all the way to the end like this. Huge thanks to my patrons, as always. Thanks to each and every person that was kind enough to donate on a super chat tonight. You guys don't have to do that. Seriously, you don't. But I want to say thank you to everybody who did. And all right. I guess I will... all I got left to do now is say thank you guys for watching. And I'll see y'all next week on Saturday for another live stream. Later.